And now you made a little song.
When you think of love, do your heart.
Boom! Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, cheers.
Savage AF is the name of the show.
Is that it? Is that the name of the show?
Just like every day, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, live on YouTube and Facebook. Your hosts are myself, Black Pedro, and my cohort.
Why is cohort? I am Lord and God of all I survey, and today I am Lord Montague Shang.
Of Montague. Of House Montague. Yes, sir. Savage AF is the name of the show. We're going to curse in about 4 minutes, but until then.
Do you watch House of the Dragon?
Oh, man, all in it. All the way in it.
Everybody's saying it's really good.
Yeah, it's a lot of black, blonde, dreadlock people in it. It's good. Okay. Niggas have dragons and shit. It's good. I mean, real ass niggas got dragons, dog. Savage AF, forget your feelings. Facts matter. Okay, guys. Thank you guys for being here with us. Of course, like I said, Monday through Friday, we are here for you guys. If you ever miss us live, you're a son of a bitch.
See, you already we're 1 minute. You couldn't make it another 4 minutes.
I mean, they say the B word on CNN and MSNBC. They do. It's curse words are everywhere. Come on, you.
That is bullshit.
If you ever miss us live, all right, that's poppycock. Okay, and get off your poppy's cock and get on to our website or to the YouTube page. That was weird, right?
That was a little pedophilic. That was a little.
Not on my behalf though. That's not
right. No, we don't like little kids.
I
mean, he likes young white girls, but not young white girls
of age and consent.
Of age. They got to be at least 18.
Yeah, man. See you at graduation, girl. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/SavageAF World. All one word.
All one word.
When you get there.
It's scrolling, and if you see it scrolling, say you see the scrolling, you see it,
I see.
You know what's happening, and then what you do is you go to the page, and the most miraculous shit will happen. Ring the bell. What you do is you ring the bell, and while you're at it, you're on the page. Give us this. Rate it, comment, do that. And finally, the one thing you can do. Now, you can take this finger or you can take this finger. What we need is this finger.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's a finger.
Right? Yeah.
Right up in there.
Give us some thumbs up for it. And also make sure you check us out on the Facebook page, which is, it's on my side. It's there.
It's Savage A dot. You want to put a dot there and then
F dot.
A dot F dot. Okay. Savage A dot F dot on Facebook.
We got some people in the feed already. Damn.
Are they building the building? Yeah, no other Miranda. What up, though? Damani Jones. I see you. JRANYC. Always on the lookout. Bronda is here. Kevin Keith. Compton is in the house. No need to set trip, dog. We're gonna keep it cool. Andy, we see you. You are her ruler, Shang. It looks like she's the Emperor Shang. Good people in the building today. We appreciate you.
I don't even know what that means, but I will.
But you are ruler over all you survey. So
yes, I will accept that in kindness, Miss Lady.
All right, man. Also, almost forgot to keep us alive. The one thing that keeps us alive, guys.
That keeps us alive.
Almost forgot to.
We almost.
I mean, there's paying bills, and then there's Then
there's this.
keeping the machine going. Make sure you following us on Instagram, man. On IG, on the IG.
And you know what? It's very simple.
Roger Star.
Opaque Pedro, or AKA Black Pedro. Follow Black Pedro on the IG. And mine is very simple, very easy, very concise. At Comedian Shang. If you do this, your family will be released unharmed.
That's it. That's
because both of us have a set of special skills.
We're in the house.
You know, I will kill you.
With these jokes.
With these jokes.
On the stage.
On the stage. Yeah, this is
there you
nobody's
You're funny, Shang. You
are
funny.
Just a hoot. Yeah.
That being said, man, let's get into the show since we do one here. Savage AF is the name of it. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. We're 40 seconds into that. Black Pedro, Comedian Shang. It is Wednesday, November 30th. Where the fuck did 2022 go? It's about to be December tomorrow. It's 313-313. What up, though?
It went fast.
All right, man. Today's show, we're gonna end with a Shangry, of course. But of course.
Very simple one.
When we gonna learn? Duh. Come on.
You got to do that face.
Before that, we got a Black Pedro pop in today. We're gonna talk about Robo, not just cop, Robo cops, plural. Robo cops. Look, they coming right now. Cops. As soon as I brought them up, I don't know if y'all can hear. Cops. But before we get into that, all aboard. The U.S. House of Representatives passed a bill that they're sending to the Senate to hopefully avoid what could be a catastrophic railroad strike.
Well, if that happens,
we'll get into it. We'll talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I'm just saying, if it happens,
there's Christmas. You can kiss your Christmas goodbye.
You know what? Fuck Christmas.
That being said, though, we are going to start off with the most critical question asked in the world of journalism, and we do it here almost daily. That night train. Jerry NYC is drinking early. I see you, brother.
Night train.
When we ask that critical question, it always sounds like this.
Motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah, yeah, yeah.
Seriously, that's the most critical question you could ask in journalism. Motherfucker say what? It's called follow-up. Herschel, Afibi Habi Fabi Faye, Mush-Mouth,
I am an officer.
Walker.
I'm an officer.
Texas Ranger. Of course, I was just trying to play off of the popular series Walker, Texas Ranger as well.
What?
But this Walker, while we know he's not a ranger or any other kind of legitimate law enforcement member of any of those communities, we are finding out that his primary residence is in Texas.
Period. The end.
Not only does paperwork show that, but he has said it out of his mouth, and I think CNN was the first to bring it about, but or bring it back up. But oh, bless you, blesses you. See, China took your good air. See, China took your good air.
Hey, don't make fun of him.
But yeah, so these are from the words of Herschel Walker here.
Yes, my residence. What you mean, my residence? My actual residence?
Here we go. So Herschel Walker says, let me get into character here.
Get into character. Get into it.
Everyone had asked me, why did I decide to run for a Senate seat? Because to be honest with you, this is never something I ever thought in my life I ever do. And that's the honest truth. He goes on to say, if I was sitting in my home in Texas, and I was seeing what was going on in this country. And I was seeing what was going on in this country with how they were trying to divide people. I was sitting at my home.
And also he actually followed up with, now sometimes the werewolves will actually are cool, but they ain't as cool and the vampire. The vampires have always been, I've always been partial to the vampires. Vampires are the one that's very cool. Ain't they cool? Ain't they so cool?
They so cool.
They so cool.
Especially when the moon is full. You ever seen one when the moon is full?
When the moon
then
is
the
full,
moon is cool and the wolf is cool.
And then the werewolf come out. Now, yes, they're made of paper, Monsieur, but it happened. And he's still my
I do want to read that second part of that quote again because it just sounds so funny. It's funny to read. I don't know if y'all can see, but he's very repetitive in this last part. He's like, I was sitting in my home in Texas. He says, as I was sitting in my home in Texas, I was sitting in my home in Texas. Why would you say that twice? As I was sitting in my home in Texas, I was sitting in my home in Texas, and I was seeing what was going on in this country. I was seeing what was going on in this country with the way they were trying to divide people. It's like, nigga.
Well, okay.
Welcome to Savage AF, where Savage AF is welcoming you.
What you trying to say, Pedro?
Bobby Phoebe Faye.
Okay, but the bottom line is right now he's 4 points behind, but please, Georgia, please don't let him win. Are you serious? He shouldn't be this close. Now, I'm not saying that Warnock is stellar. I think that, but he is morally centered. He is articulate, and he has tried to push. This is one thing I do give him props, trying to push for lower prescription drugs for elderly and just people in general. While Herschel Walker trying to start a ban. He basically
I think I don't have the specifics. I apologize, but I get the general sense from commentary. Warnock is regarded, Senator Warnock is regarded as an effective legislator. You know what I mean? Which is the job. So kudos to that. And he can speak English. But all of that being said, it is a requirement that, and this is a constitutional requirement, and I know that the Constitution doesn't mean a lot to Republicans, especially Trumpy Dumptyers and all of that stuff. But it is a requirement of the U.S. Constitution that senators be 30 years old at least.
Right.
What was the other stipulation? Will have had to be, a citizen and lived here for 9 years.
Right.
And also will have to, reside primarily in the state that they represent. I forget there's a window, like you have to be there like 30 days before you get elected or something like that. So having a home and listen, people have homes in multiple places, but his primary. It's listed as his primary address. He refers to it.
So he's not a Georgian.
I think he played at University of Georgia,
but he played there, and
then he played for the Dallas Cowboys. His career. So guess where his primary home, his primary time is spent.
AJ Fit. Wow. Hell, can he spell Lego?
I really don't think so, man.
But he's an officer. Everybody knows he's the officer of the dog. And look at this badge. What?
So, but this is the question. Carolina Boss was good with you. He says, Breezy JJ's, I see you as well. He says, how can he run living in another state? Like, again, and I'll try and find the direct quote while we talk about it. Oh, sorry. The U.S. Constitution, like I said, says senators must be 30 years old, a citizen for 9 years, and shall, when elected, be an inhabitant of that state for which he shall be chosen.
Okay.
And it says he, not me. Ladies, I'd love to include you in the conversation. But so, again, you can have multiple homes, right? But if his primary home is listed as being in Texas, this seems to be a definitive disqualifier. And this is the same problem that we got sex trolls again. Let's see, got that.
No, we got the sex trolls back.
I blocked that. Yeah, man. But yeah, if it's listed on official paperwork that your primary residence is in outside of the state of Georgia, then you know I'm.
What? No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on now. If you
Hold up.
hold up for a second. Werewolves can go wherever the fuck they want to go. Okay, I am a werewolf and I fight the vampire. Okay, and so I could go wherever I want to go. So I don't know what you talk about. I'm Walker Texas Ranger.
I like Chuck Norris. He is a good man.
And he throws the craziest kicks in the world. Look at that. It's crazy.
JRA says it proves how desperate the Republicans are by getting him to run. That's the best they have. You know, it's hard to understand what was going through Georgians' minds.
No,
the
power,
Georgian Republican Party.
Well, we already know that it's that he's that little nigger puppet, and he's a nuppet, which is a nigger puppet. And what they do is they want to put him in a position, if he does win, where he'll basically take all of his fucking marching orders by the Republicans, and we know he's going to take it from Trumpty Dumpty. Because without Trumpty Dumpty's endorsement, I think that one, he wouldn't be doing as well. Secondly, the Republicans got no fucking policy, so all they can do is go for a power grab, and that is it. You dirty little skeevy bitches. You know what? You know what? Not that I'm going to condone violence, but if I could, I want to take a bullet and I won't even shoot you with it. I want to just push it into you.
There you go. All right.
So that's not overact. You know, I don't want y'all to flag me because it's like you're shooting at people. Not really. It's different.
No gun involved in this.
No gun involved. If I just grab a bullet and just slowly
mush it
into you.
Be like Dune, the slow blade. AJ Fitz said he paid $2,000, 2,000 tickets at Chuck E. Cheese for that badge. Yes, sir. It's a joke.
He's a joke.
So I'm why we in a runoff again? Motherfucker don't even live in your state. This is the same problems that, by the way, one of the problems that Dr. Mehmet Oz had in Pennsylvania.
And it actually, people in Pennsylvania got really turned off and really...
Because he had a residence in New Jersey.
There was people that were upset, but the bottom line is, honestly, if you look at how we're going about this shit, it is so obvious it's about power. It's so obvious it's not about legislation or policy, and that's what they like to do. The Republicans like to trot out a little niglet to. I mean, they've been doing that, and there's black people that are duped by this dumb shit, and you black people need to be flogged.
You should be beaten. You should be purged.
You should be
my sweet brother. Noops.
All right, and look, you notice they always trot out one little niglet.
Man, he looks horrible.
Wow,
those are two ugly motherfuckers, right?
Yeah, there. Man. It looks like a hobo just shit on his face. Wow, stop getting tattoos to the point where you can't tell who you are.
Yeah, JRA says the turd that AOC beat was living in a mansion in the South while representing districts in Queens and the Bronx. Don't make sense. It's like when the police don't live among you, you know, that's how we end up being over policed without compassion at all, because, you know, they're not in touch with the community. They're not a part of it. So it makes sense that the Constitution would require you to live in the state that you represent.
Okay.
And, you know, that is being questioned about. Herschel.
Well, right now, Georgia, a lot of people, Georgians, I'm saying Georgians, are heading to the polls. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to see how it turns out, but I know for a fact that even if he comes close, I am not here right now. No, that was
this is not happening.
Okay, but no, I'm gonna tell you right now, for the people in the feed and anybody that supports Herschel Walker, if you're in the feed, if you're watching the show, I'm serious. I want to have a bushel of dicks and just have them dumped on your head while you're talking to your mother.
That means there's a bushel of eunuchs just running around, just
castrated
motherfuckers. Just like, it's like, why I got to give up my dick so Shane could throw it at a bunch of people? What?
I have my tolerance level for the South Now, don't get me wrong. There are racist in New York. I got chased. I remember I got chased. About 4 Italian dudes chased me, and at the time I was young and stealth, and I was fast as fuck. I'm still fast for I'm one of those linebackers. Like if anybody ever saw me run, I remember my ex saw me run and said, "I didn't know you could run that fast," because they think big dudes can't run, and I'm like, I'm frighteningly fast. It freaks people out. But the thing is, I got chased by these Italian dudes just because they're like, "Hey, look, get up our fucking neighborhood.
Get him. There's one.
Yeah, there's one. Hey, fuck, he's light skinned, but you can tell he's a nigga." And they start chasing me, and I ran into this door. Luckily, the door opened and it locked, and they were trying to get me and stuff. And so my tolerance level for that type of thought process is how I see Georgia. Georgia is not caring if the person has substance. They don't care if Herschel Walker has policy. They don't care if Herschel Walker has sense. They don't care if he has 60 kids. Their main thing is a power grab, and if they don't get the power grab, there won't be 51-50, even though they've already lost because, the tiebreaker is the vice president. They don't care. They want that fucking seat. And you said it yesterday, and I disagree with you, Pedro, and you're wrong, and I need to speak to your supervisor because you're out of line, sir.
So there was and what I said yesterday was that, that I don't think that the GOP, that Republican voters in Georgia will be motivated to get Herschel Walker in because it won't win them back power in the Senate. So, they've already lost the power in the Senate. So I think that people will be disincentivized. Well, and the reason that they're in the runoff is like Herschel Walker, a lot of there was a good number of Republicans in Georgia who in this primary, in this midterm election voted for Brian Kemp, let's say, for governor, but did not vote for Herschel Walker. And they also didn't vote for Warnock. They just didn't vote in that category. So Herschel Walker is trying to get Republican voters who didn't vote for him the first time, as well as all the Republicans who did vote for him to come back out. So, but a bit of a uphill climb for him.
They're dumb. That's why they were like, "I love him in that show." It's not him in the show. That's Chuck Norris. You fucking idiots. They're just idiots. I'm so tired of how you said that. Well, Trump's a loser, and he lost in the midterms. He was one of the main reasons that his Trumplicans, his Trumplicans lost. It's because of him. Now I agree to a point, but I also think because they were just shitty fucking candidates. Period. Then they were fucking horrible.
Yeah, but because they were MAGA.
Because they were MAGAites, right? Yeah. Which correlates back
inherently
back to Trump. But the end of the day is they still got close in a lot of elections, so it's not that far off. Now Warnock also, they felt in the debate, because we're bloodthirsty animals, they wanted to see him slamming more. Warnock is a pastor, am I right? He's a pastor of the MLK Church. Am I right? Yeah. I think I'm right. Yeah.
Well, it's not the MLK. It's First Ebenezer.
First Ebenezer. Okay. So that's just not his demeanor. He's just not that type of. Now, if we debated him, and it would be
Herschel Walker. Yeah.
It would be a bloodbath.
The gloves are coming off.
Yeah. Like as soon as he pulled, you need to put that bitch ass fake fucking Cracker Jack, whatever the fuck. Listen, you dumb bitch.
Listen, you chunk-headed Lego.
You know where you can't finish your sentence? Listen, motherfucker. Nigga, no, you listen. Put that. Fuck you.
You Lego Afro chunk-headed.
But Herschel Walker,
backwood bastard.
And that's the wild part about it. I watched a couple of clips because I was looking for something funny to post on Instagram. Because he's a fucking idiot. That speech is so funny. Where he's talking about the werewolves and the vampires. It's like a stand-up routine.
It's the dumbest shit you'll ever hear.
The vampires is cool.
And when he gets to the end of it, there is like no payoff.
Point, no payoff, no point. It's like, and then the last one, and then also there's some more shit about his son came out again against him. Well, his son came out a long time ago a different way. But
he's out.
He's out. He's been out. But his son came against him. The fact that he has multiple kids. This is the wild part with women that's voting for him, Pedro. This is the wild shit. There are women that are pro-life, pro-choice, but they're still Republicans. And they're so busy wanting to get power that they're still rolling with this dude that actually said he's against abortion for rights for women across the board. But they found out he had more than one. It was actually 3.
Oh, yeah.
Situations where he paid for 2 of them. I think it was 2 of them where they have the check where you could see he signed off on the abortion. Now, I don't know if you people in the feed, but look it up if you can.
The most surprising part about that story is like Herschel Walker can write. He signed his name, or was it just the X? Queen Bee, we see you.
You know, it is a shit show, and I'm watching every minute of it, but it's just.
Yeah, and and Herschel did, as Queen Bee points out, he did send like a card as well. You know, like
what? No, that part I didn't know. Wait.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, no. One of the girls had a card from him that was like, you know, get well soon. Happy abortion to you.
Happy abortion. It only takes 2 scoops.
Oh God, my mouth was open.
I think a little bit of vomit. No, I'm just saying. But they love him. They love him, and you notice that every interview he's in, and the people on the feed, y'all going ham, which I agree. You notice he's always flanked by 2 white dudes. Like they're making sure that he don't say
the hand up his back.
Yeah, no, like to make sure he don't say some fuck shit. You notice that it's been Lindsey Graham and what's the dude, Ted Cruz, have been like standing by him, like rubbing his back, rolling, making sure don't say nothing stupid.
Say the good part.
Say the good part. That the Democrats are the ones that taking away all freedom, and China stole a lot of air from the old deal.
And they gave us bad air.
Georgia don't got to be in the front of it. Both of it's both.
Yeah.
But he's do you think he's gonna win? It's close.
No. I again.
Here you go again, Mr. Sunshine. What the fuck?
I don't think Republicans in Georgia are going to come out in mass.
Everybody, I want y'all to do me a favor. In the feed, will y'all please tell Pedro that other fuckery has happened, and I would not be surprised. Even though Hillary was a piece of shit candidate, she wasn't the depths of hell, crevice, Satan's crevice, asshole, shitty like Trump.
I think Hillary Clinton would have been a good president. She just ran a bad campaign, man. Like didn't go to Michigan or Wisconsin at all.
Texas, you think he would be the better? I'd never seen this scene.
No, I would think that I don't think Herschel Walker is going to get in. So,
how many people? Okay, hold up. How many people in the feed think Herschel Walker is going to win? JRA, NYC, Sandy English, Queen Bee, who said that it's Warnock is her frat brother. I didn't. Mm-hmm. Oh wow. AJ Fit. We got Breezy JJ, Carolina Boss. I want y'all to comment in the feed to let Pedro know, and I'm not nothing against Pedro's intellect.
Y'all can't tell me shit.
Well, okay. He said y'all can't tell me shit. I'm drinking, and you know, and I don't give a fuck. So, do y'all think Herschel Walker can win? Okay, let us know, because I personally think that I've seen so much fuckery, and Marjorie Taylor Greene I thought was absolutely horrendous. She got blasted. Dude was so fucking above her intellectually and just morally and just presence wise. And she still won.
Yeah. Well, it's that district.
It's that district. Yeah, it was a red district. Yeah, and then if you look at the other shit, Pedro, if you look at some of these other shits that got in, Holly, and that's been there, and I don't know why he hasn't been just censured up his ass.
All right, Shang, listen, some of these people are with me, man.
Oh, no. Breezy
Sandy says no. Breezy is praying that it doesn't happen. What you think? What you think's gonna happen, Breezy? Bronda, okay, Miss Unpredictable herself says nope, he can't win. So
No, you're hoping he can't win.
win.
They were hoping Trump wouldn't win. They were hoping that Lindsey Graham wouldn't win. All over the country, there's people that won that shouldn't have won. Ted Cruz, that fucking sycophant, he shouldn't have won, but he fucking won. And he beat a great candidate. He beat a great, Beto is no joke. Beto is about the people. But he couldn't get that money that was raised. Trump is still raising money right now. Right now, Trump's raising money. But when I say that that's what it comes down to, Herschel Walker's getting a chunk of change from a lot of these special interest groups, these right-wing special interest groups. The motherfucker from Home Depot, the owner of Home Depot, sent him $10 million yesterday.
Yeah.
You know,
No other Miranda says, I don't think Mush-Mouth will win, but I would not be surprised. She's seen way too much ass backwards shit here in Georgia, so that she's down in it.
Okay, see, now I told you, Breezy
says that the dummies will vote him in. Huh?
And then AJ Fitz says he's a good candidate for being a puppet for the man. Wow, you actually used the man. He's
giving it to the man.
He's for the man. Oh, don't pass the gun law line, house ninja. Gun line, boss. I mean,
speaking of sticking it to the man, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker was on the other night. I caught that. I still love that movie. Are
you serious?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't quite hold up.
Age well.
Yeah, of course. No, of course.
I watched it, and I didn't watch it recently, but I watched it, and it's just not. When I first saw it, I thought this motherfucker is the funniest shit ever in the world. And
but because it was like, an early, probably the earliest iteration of what the Wayans do is a parody.
Oh no, the Wayans have had some funny shit,
and they parody, genres. So it was funny at its time,
except for White Girls. White Girls was horrendous.
Yeah, and I wouldn't quite call that one of their parody movies. It's like Scary Movie, Don't Be a Menace to Society While Drinking Your
50 Shades of Black.
Those are like straight up parody movies, right? Anyway, side note. Speaking of parodies, Herschel Walker is he's a parody of a politician. Yeah, let's
go. We're gonna move on from that.
All right, we're gonna keep it moving. But Damani agrees with Breezy, so he.
So you didn't get a lot of people saying no. I told you he's starting to embarrass his constituency. They thought his inability to articulate was cool until they realized that he was just illiterate.
I mean, I think the mainstream party, and that's what I was saying, is starting to back away from it, and his base is still his base. Like his base believes that Joe Biden is dead and is being, portrayed by the actor James Woods. Literally, I'm not.
No, I wish that was a joke, but that's the truth.
So
and you know
ain't
what?
Gonna change that.
And he's being protected by Jewish space lasers. No, and see, we say this shit, and y'all think, man, that's so funny. Can't believe it. Like I did a show last night. Shout out to Robbie Perron. That shit was fire.
Oh yeah.
I did a show last night where I was doing a thing about if they live it. I'm telling you right now, I'll make Yoda great again. And I was doing a joke about that and the dragon, because I asked you about the movie because everybody was like, no, that's a really good show. Because I did a whole bunch of jokes about it because I watched a couple clips, and there's white people that are mad that there are black dragon House of Dragon writers, and they're mad about it because they said it's not historical. I wish it was a joke, but and the right wing is saying that it's not historical. They said, well, if it would be a black mermaid, and if she was down in the water, it only makes sense for her to be white because there's no sun in the water. So it wouldn't make any sense logically. These are the same people that are voting for Herschel Walker. Do you see what I'm saying? These are the same people that
I met a lady who won't watch any of the new Superman or Justice League stuff because the actor Henry Cavill is British, who plays Superman, and she was like, and Superman is an American. And I'm like, but Superman ain't real. Yeah.
Wait a minute, are you serious?
This conversation's over. And no, I really had a real conversation with a woman like that. Like she really said
Herschel
that
Walker. She's a Herschel Walker.
So that's the base that we're dealing with, Sandy. Let's keep it pushing.
That
though,
we got
'cause,
pushing.
Speaking of bases, America is built on its foundation. Its base is commerce, right? Capitalism. All aboard. That's what train conductors yell before they pull off on your ass. But this isn't about necessarily the commercial rail industry. This is about the men and women who keep goods and products and medicines and things like that shipping across America.
Right.
And we seen the train. You ever get stuck at the railroad, and them trains be like 3 miles long, dog.
Yeah.
Sit there for 20 fucking minutes waiting for this shit to go by. But they're all filled with the things that we need, from cars to computers to microchips to pills and all the shit that America uses. All the shit we buy.
They don't. The trains don't look like this anymore. But
No,
a little bit.
But we're dealing with an industry, and a voice like my guy, the guy I would have wanted for president, Bernie Sanders. He's constantly out there fighting for, and what we're looking at is a situation where many of these workers, they just do not have paid sick days, right? And doesn't mean they can't call up work when they're sick, but if they do, they're losing money that week. And so, since we're not talking about independently wealthy rail workers here, we're talking about people who need that job, who need every cent, every penny. But they're also human. Shit goes, your kid throws up or whatever, you got to go pick them up. You're losing money every time that happens. And a lot of industries allow for their work. Even I can get sick days at the fucking restaurant. So it's like, it seems pretty logical that this should be a part of their, work structure. And so Congress has just recently passed a bill, and I'm pass it to you, Shane, that would sort of enforce that and allow for these workers to have paid sick days so they can live and work humanely.
Well, no, okay. Some of the stuff
it's got to go to Senate, so it's not law.
Well, it's not a wrap yet, and the Republicans have shown that they don't give a fuck about the little man. Or if you want, no, like these are like the workers that really are out there doing what the fuck they got to do to make sure that you get your PlayStation 5 video game controller. A lot of that stuff is shipped with trains, and they have to realize that. But they're not going to. I'm telling you right now, they will use it as a chip to diss the Democrats. I really do think that, because it won't go into effect until after January, and they can hold it up because they use it as a bargaining chip. And that's what I think is going to happen, man. Because the Republicans already said that they're going to be their main priority is going to be, prosecute, investigation. They don't get. There's nothing. I haven't heard them say one thing about. Well, hey, policy, and this is a big, huge thing they can use to hold over the head of workers, which makes no sense. This is the part I don't understand.
Workers are voters.
The workers are the ones that when they get off work, they remember that shit in 2024. If that shit don't go through smoothly, Pedro, if these crackers don't get out there and realize that they are fucking you over, and if you get sick, your wife gets sick, and y'all both work for the thing, both of y'all ass out. And the people that did that were the Republicans. People say, well, the Democrats do fucked up shit too. Agreed, but not when it comes to this. And I already know, pertaining to this, they're going to use it as a bargaining chip. Especially, guess what? The Democrat, what's his name in West Virginia? I always forget his name. Manchin. That motherfucker.
Actually, so let me correct myself before we go on. What this resolution is actually asking for isn't going to address the paid sick leave issue. Sorry, it will include an increase in pay and an additional personal day, but it doesn't address the workers' demand for paid sick days. Yeah, so sorry, but I did want to make sure facts matter, so we're trying to get that right. But the reason that the White House and Congress are trying to step in here at all is because, like I mentioned, so much commerce goes through, and as we move into this holiday season in full swing here, This would
Miss
become
Amber.
critical.
What's up?
I see you. She says, by the way, the original Black Panther was white. That's how the rumors get
Well,
started.
but I can't watch Black Panther. I've got a few through it, and I was just like, I agree with Dr. Umar. It was just basically Mexicans beating up on black people. I can't.
Oh man, stop.
It was Mexicans beating up on black people, and the motherfucking Namor had more screen time than Black Panther. Fuck that. Not in a Black Panther. Not on my watch.
They had to reestablish.
They had to reestablish it, but you could do it with it still include the fucking main name of the fucking movie.
The Black Panther was in there.
They fucked that up. They just had a bunch of Mexican people beating on black people, and then I'll ruin the movie for everybody. Fuck it.
Spoiler alert! Cover your ears.
Hide
your kids.
Now, you killed my mama, and I don't kill you back because I'm be the noble one. And then at the end, you say some slick shit like, "Yeah, we got their ass now." Fuck out of here.
Well, damn, it's obviously building towards a bigger story than just.
It's building towards some bullshit to X out all the black people and a hell of a bunch of Mexicans because of the new voting bloc.
I'm realizing that Shang just don't like things. Anything that come out that popular, Shang just be like, "Nah, man, that new Care Bears movie, nigga, them bears didn't care about shit."
And
where were them bears when George Floyd was getting choked out? It's like,
yeah, they never give a fuck about the black bears, and the black bears can't even like dance. But the black bear don't got a heart. He got a little gun. Why y'all making him so ghetto? It's fucked up. Fuck the Care Bears.
Black Pedro has never been white. All right, don't start that rumor.
I'm saying no. I mean, aside from my feelings on Black Panther,
but
Wakanda for a few, and the rest was all Namor flying around. Stop it! That motherfucker was built like me. The fuck out of here! The fuck out of here! You fake superhero! You fuck out of here, anti-hero! That shit was garbage.
It wasn't garbage. I can't agree with that, but I would say the ending did not thrill me. But I see what
that shit was garbage. All right,
let's stay focused.
All right, let's stay focused.
All right, but yeah, all the garbage we buy. Speaking of garbage, could potentially not be arriving at your house.
Now, do you think that
on the shelves at the stores when we?
What I would do if I worked for the
these
railroad
workers went on strike,
I think they should go on strike. I think they should go on strike to show not only the Democrats but the Republicans and the country, your motherfuckers need us, and y'all need to get up off that bread and get up off that bread for the people that may have sick leave. And you need to get up off. If you don't get up off this money, guess what? Little Timmy don't get his toys. Fuck Timmy.
No G.I. Joe.
Fuck Timmy and fuck the Care Bears.
No G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip.
Yep. I'm just saying, if they went on strike, don't you think that sometimes you got to do drastic shit to these motherfuckers? And if you did that, I bet you they turn around, Pedro. I bet you be like, hey man, whatever you need. How many days sick leave? Because what are we gonna do? If they go on strike, what the fuck are we gonna do? You can't force them to go to work. And I know I don't want to drive one of these trains.
Yeah,
just for fun.
Just throwing some skeleton crew to do it. So yeah, no, it would be a powerful move as a product of a household that was financed through my mother's work for General Motors. But all of that was solidified. The benefits, any sick days, leave, pay increases was all solidified by the UAW. So I'm totally from a union family, and I've seen the power of the workforce coming together and halting production until.
Didn't your mom? Your mom's your mom was down with the union, like
that's what I just said.
Like Full Flat Tires. So Full Flat Tires. So I know your mom's thinks that might be a good move. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, sometimes
she's done it plenty of times.
I'm saying sometimes you could talk to these people, and I think that the people that are going against giving these people this money, okay, they are super duper 1% rich and never gave a fuck about these people that are actually keeping their business going. Period. And Miss Amber, yes, driving a train is a whole level of worry we don't need. I can drive a train.
Driving. First of all, it's not driving; it's conducting.
Okay,
You gotta have a special hat and
you
overalls
see,
to
look
match.
what you started. Kevin Keith said, "What kind of monster says fuck the Care Bears?" You know what?
I think I've heard you
This
say that
guy.
before. Yeah, I think I've heard you say that before.
Fuck the Care Bears.
Yeah,
You know,
man. All right, we
fuck
got
Snow White,
but
no
listen,
white ass devil white taking devil.
pay attention, because if you were thinking about ordering Care Bears or Snow White figurines for your kids for Christmas or anytime soon, that might not be happening, because if these rail workers don't get what they want and need, and
what they need,
this
yeah,
administration,
what they need, yeah.
Well, I mean, wanting and needing can be the same thing. And this administration can, kind of broker some deal in the very near future. We could be looking at a big blow to the economy.
Didn't they have a strike with the truckers about a little while ago?
That
was that just in Canada?
That was Canada, yeah.
If America did,
and that was over COVID. That wasn't like, we need more sick days. They're like, we're trying to get sicker. Give us the disease. We don't care.
Let us wipe our faces in COVID's bottom. Listen, okay, wow. Why y'all coming in on me? Because I said I could drive a train.
My man want to conduct a train.
If I want to conduct a train, you motherfuckers, I'll conduct a train. All you know what? You motherfuckers.
Hey,
see what they doing now? They making me do this, man.
All aboard, y'all. Speaking of train conducting, man, we're gonna keep this train moving.
Yeah, let's get it.
Something like this.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro, popping in, hey, with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Nah, I didn't even go nowhere this time. See, I just stayed in.
I thought you were gonna do this.
I just stayed in.
Okay.
All right. Savage AF, y'all.
Yeah, you threw me off on that one, because I thought you usually do some weird shit where you jump up and go, ha, got it. I got you, nigga. Got you.
It's your boy Black Pedro with another pop-in to let you know what's popping. So just so we know, I'm from, y'all know what up, though. I'm from Detroit. Back in the early 90s. Came out with a movie called RoboCop. Might have even been the late 80s, but either way.
It was
late 80s, yeah. It was about a dystopian near future Detroit. Even worse than it was in the late 80s, right? And the Detroit Police Department decided to take a near dead officer and put a bunch of microwave parts on him, and turned him into RoboCop. Half, part man, part machine, all business.
I don't think that wasn't the saying. You just
right? No, I just made
part man, part machine, all business. RoboCop.
But it's Hollywood fun shit, right?
I'll
buy that for $1.
Why did you just say RoboCop? He doesn't fuck around.
But it's definitely like an iconic film in that sense of like, it brought into
the new one was fantastic.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And they brought, it's such a classic that they've remade it at this point, right? But the point is, it kind of brought into the mainstream sphere and conversation the ethos of this idea of robotic cops, which sounds crazy. Unless you live in San Francisco now. By an 8-3 vote, supervisors in San Francisco voted yesterday to give city police, and this is from the Associated Press, to give city police the ability to use potentially lethal remote-controlled robots in emergency situations.
Now, do you agree with that?
Listen, we all, the movie tried to tell us. They said it was going to be Detroit, but it turns out it's San Francisco. Either way, the movie tried to tell us what was coming. So it's coming, right?
It looks like he's coming too right here.
It does actually. Robo head. What up, though, Brian Pryor? I see you. What up, BP? Yeah. So the movie's been trying to tell us we niggas don't want to listen. But that being said, it's coming. The RoboCops are coming. My only thing is, if they're remote controlled, can we please let the black officers do it? And whoever's doing and once it gets to the AI level and they're autonomous, can we just please let niggas engineer them? Just let black people engineer them, okay? Do not leave these robots in the hands of white men.
Well,
okay?
you know what?
We've already done stories about how AI is racist now because a bunch of racist motherfuckers created it.
Programmed it, right?
Inherently racist, whether they know it or not. So, yeah, bro. If since the robots are coming, since RoboCops are coming,
fuck you, man.
Can we please just let Negroes have a major part in designing, engineering,
well, you know
and
what,
operating them if they're remote?
But okay, what in I think it was in India. I'm not sure. I'll correct myself later, maybe. They use drones. They were practicing using drones to basically blow up drug pens.
Yeah.
So I don't see that as much of a stretch. That's why. But I condone it. I condone it. I really do think.
You want RoboCops?
I want. Yeah.
Cops, plural.
I want cops.
Now, so here's one of the problems. Brian says somebody's gonna hack them shits. No, come on, bruh. Come on, man. It's like that would be now you got dirty RoboCops. You know what I'm saying? like we already got enough dirty human cops on the force.
Yeah, now we got
when you hack the RoboCop, then now that's just another dirty cop who can see through walls or, you know what I mean? Like
and fly through second door. Yeah.
You shoot your nuts off through a lady's skirt.
Yeah. You see kind of no, I mean, look. They already okay. Wow, Keith. If a robotic cop kills a black person, an operator, is the operator held accountable? It would make sense. But the reason I agree with it,
you want robo justice.
I just feel like if we can get a bunch of black people to get these robots and take them over, we'll have extra firepower to take down the crackers.
To take down the man. We'll use his own tools against him. Yeah.
No, I mean, obviously this is not going to go over well with the general public because we know that there's racist motherfuckers that are programmers. And you think they're not going to have a bunch of just like this cowboy cops, they're going to have a bunch of cowboy RoboCops.
And so now they're talking about now it's going to just so now policing, well, not now, but maybe in the very near future, policing will look like a bunch of white dudes in some room playing a video game like Grand Theft Negro, where you just just rob niggas of their life while just sitting in some room.
Hey, Bill, bring me a sandwich.
Another Dr. Pepper, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to shoot down this. This
got I'm almost at my record.
I mean, this nigga really thinks he can get away through that wall. So got him. You owe me $5. I think that it'll get to that point, but that's crazy.
So AJ asks, he's like, isn't it just a remote control rover with the tower equipped with a gun? Yeah, now. But nigga.
But they have
30 years from now, that motherfucker gonna be like, please comply. Like, I gave you 1 second.
They have little robots that ride around Wilshire and deliver food.
Nigga, there are these little ass carts. It looks like a cooler, like that you would take to a tailgate
with a light on it.
It's got a little flag and a light and 4 wheels, and it's just a box rolling down the street by itself. Nigga, I remember I was sitting in the car and I watched one go by, and I was just like, the fuck. And this shit, it got to the corner, and I was like, oh shit, and the shit just stopped at the corner, and then the light turned green, and then it crossed the street. I was like, oh hell no.
Yeah, what they do is they do that to deliver food. The reason I like stuff like this is because it delivers food. It delivers it to old people, medication.
Oh no, that's all. That's awesome.
That's the good part.
Yeah, there's so many good things we could do with
Right.
this. Sending a robo tank nigga, half man nigga up to your porch to search for drugs is not it. And you know, like, and as I read it, it says that it for emergency situations. But I look at that as a caveat.
That's subjective. That's subjective.
Yeah, you know, it's just like, but it's like that's the training ground. It's like, well, it's emergency. Oh, it works. Well, let's get more out there then.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know,
if they work for emergencies, and they'll probably be great at giving out tickets. Like,
and then they'll go and well, there's no way it can make a mistake. It's a machine. But the bottom line is, if you think that, you know, that they're subjective now, right now, cops feel scared of black people. Like, well, I felt threatened. So that's why I went to the emergency. Pop, 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 pop. You know, what is the purpose?
Miss Evers says, what is my purpose? You pass the butter. I'm telling you, at some point, like the movies, every AI movie turns out the same. The computer's like, we're better than you. Fuck you. Going all the way back to motherfucking Kubrick, 2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah,
he was off by a few years, but yeah, a good bulk of that movie is a computer.
I will take the oxygen. I will take the oxygen out of the compartment. Open the pod.
It didn't even have arms.
Yeah, but I mean
that killer computer didn't have.
What is it? WDMA Warrior says white dude got arrested with a drone with a gun. Hey, these drones I saw. Now I don't know if it's real. I think it was India where they were testing them out. These drones, when I say they can slip, you don't even know they fucking there. You can't even hear them. You look up and the bitch is right there, and then you gone.
It's too late.
It's too late. No, real shit. Like, so, but when they become humanoid and they're walking down the street and going nigger, 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 nigger.
Watch out, America.
And if I hope the RoboCops kill everybody cold silly. Stab him right in his ass. No.
All right. There you go.
All right. Or either that or giving the finger. Fuck you.
That's it.
No.
All right, man.
Right.
Shane, get us up out of here, man.
I got to tell y'all something first before I get us up out of here. You need to go subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe to the channel, you will be a better person. What you do is you see it scrolling. Y'all see it scrolling. Don't act like you don't see it scrolling. If you see it scrolling, go there, click it, bell, boom, in your face, pow. Well, also make sure you follow us on our Facebook page, which is savagea.f. And follow us
on a dot
there. And make sure you check us out on the IG at Black PEDRO and at Comedian Shang. My Shangry is very short today. It's a one of hope and at the same time of fuck you. It's a fuck you hope.
Just the thought of Shang bringing hope made me laugh.
What? I got hope. I hope these bitches don't get out of line. Yeah, bitches.
I'm like, what do that look like?
But yeah, this is my thing about racial relations. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
What y'all doing? Listen, when I say when are we going to learn, black people, when are we going to learn that white people simply don't like us as much as we believe this world's going to be all a better place for you and me? No, we keep trying with them. We keep matching up with them and bringing them in our community, and they still are. Yeah. Oh no.
Wait,
exactly.
Is Gary Owen a Q?
No, he's just being a fucking succubus like they are.
Why would Ricky?
Why would he? Because Ricky wants to be accepted. Apparently, all right. No, that's like black people want to be accepted by white people, and white people, no matter how much we work with them, shake their hands, show them that we're just as good, show them that we're just as beautiful, just showing that we are just as competent. They still try to take us down. By the way, this is Pedro at the green light. So get out my way, motherfucker, or I'll get out this car and I will kill everybody that looks like you. Tomorrow, fucking Brian Coogler and myself are gonna stomp you out. If you wouldn't stop making bitch-ass movies with Mexicans beating the shit out of black people. Can't believe you like that movie, Pedro. Your picker's off. But aside from that,
Wakanda Forever?
Yeah, you need to stop. But aside from that,
it's a beautiful tribute.
It's that part, and then the rest is doo-doo. Listen, I'm saying we keep trying to work with them. We keep trying to assimilate with them, but they don't want to give us a fucking break. They don't want to give us a fucking chance. And then they trot out our coon cage ass compadres and they put them up there for us to be suckered in. And that is not going to work. And right now we got to stop fucking giving them leeway. And that's all I'm saying. We have tried and tried and tried. I said this last night to this white lady. She got mad and walked out. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. Let me tell you something. I said, fuck you, bitch.
Really? What made her walk out?
What made her walk out? I said, fuck you, bitch. We've been trying to work with your ass for 400 years. You've been giving us shit for 400 years. You can take 4 minutes of shit. Fuck you, lady. And so that's what I'm saying. They're such snowflakes. We try to work with them constantly. And they never, look, cops shooting us. On and on and on and on and on. When it comes to housing, when it comes to voter rights, it's always seemed like we the ones that got to take the fucking L. So I'm saying, when are we going to learn that they just really ain't fucking with you? They ain't rocking. There's a percentage of white people that have empathy and are human, and they actually understand that, hey, my daughter being killed and your daughter being killed, it's the pain of losing a daughter. But aside from that, if the good white people are the ones that need to talk to the bad white people, it is not our job anymore to teach them that racism's fucked up. And how long?
I'm not sure it ever was.
I'm saying, how long do we get? But they think it's our job. Well, you blacks, if you just put yourself up by your bootstraps, you'll be all right. I mean, come on, your bootstraps.
It used to be illegal for black people to have boots.
Exactly. They pick you up by your bootstraps. Well, stop stealing my boots, white devil. So, no, I'm sorry. I was a character. Listen, YouTube, I don't really mean that. No, it's just jokes. But I really do think we have to learn. We have to learn how, honestly, we have to learn that we have to make sure that we take care of ourselves before we jump in the water and try to save somebody else.
I call it airplane mode. You know, they tell you.
Put the mask on
first.
And yes, and I think that we need to be more in airplane mode because we're so busy trying to reach across the aisle. I'll use that terminology. Reach across the aisle. We aren't taking care of our own shit. And before we bounce, because I'm going to wrap this up very quickly, is stop killing each other. That's number one. Stop acting like on some hood shit for some shit you don't own. For a neighborhood that you don't own a fucking dime in, you stupid, wannabe thug, bitch-ass niggas. Secondly, nothing wrong with spending money in our communities more often and for black product that is quality. Search it out. I'm taking money right now, putting it into a black bank. I'm telling you right now, and I got some money.
Get it.
And so what I'm saying is we got to start doing that more so we are becoming more self-sufficient. The more self-sufficient that we are, the more they'll respect us. But if we keep reaching out to them, we spend $1 trillion, that we are the number one trendsetters when it comes to food, when it comes to fucking fashion, when it comes to music, when it comes to even swag. Other countries and other nationalities copy us. So what we got to do is start fucking digging ourselves more, and then they'll start respecting digging us because they won't have a choice. Fuck Nike, by the way. Fuck Nike. All right. I just got to throw that in there. Because Nike, you know why I'm saying fuck Nike?
No, what happened?
You know why I'm saying fuck Nike.
No, why?
Wow. This dude is just going in.
Why are you saying fuck Nike? This is a new Christmas special. Shang brings us hope in his big Christmas train. All aboard! Hey man, Savage AF. That's your Shangri.
We out.
That's your show for today, y'all. We'll be back here tomorrow 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, live
Yes.
on YouTube and Facebook.
Make sure you come check us out. Make sure you share the link with your friends. Make sure you check me out this weekend. I'll be in Fresno for the absolutely hilarious comedy showcase, February 2nd at Frank's Place in the Warner Theater. Make sure you come check me out there with Andre Covington, myself, Feather, The Wiz, and my man from New York City, my man 50 Grand Capone. All right. So I tell you right now, we will see you tomorrow. Make sure that you also next year, 2023, be on the lookout for Pedro's new special. We're in the works on it right now. It's going to be fantastic, and we're going to need your support to make it go through the fucking roof.
That's what it is, y'all.
All right?
Savage AF, y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
We out.
Do safe.